Melissa Johnston scrolled through yet another online listing for a Toronto condo, mentally calculating how long it would take to save the required down payment at her current rate. As a pediatric nurse with stable employment but significant student loans, saving the traditional 5% to 20% down payment while paying ever-increasing rent seemed mathematically impossible. 3 years of diligent saving had netted barely $5,000, far short of what she would need in a market where even modest properties exceeded $600,000. At this rate, I'll be 50 before I can buy anything, Melissa confided to a colleague during lunch. Every dollar I save gets offset by rising prices and rents. It feels like running on a treadmill that keeps speeding up. Her colleague mentioned hearing about rent-to-own programs and suggested she research legitimate options. Initially excited by advertisements claiming zero-down move-in, Melissa quickly discovered these claims were misleading when she consulted with a reputable housing advisor. There's a common misconception about rent-to-own programs requiring no down payment. In reality, legitimate programs typically require participants to accumulate at least 3 to 5% equity before beginning the actual rent-to-own arrangement. Anyone promising immediate move-in with zero down is likely misrepresenting how these programs truly work. This reality check was initially disappointing, but Melissa appreciated the transparency. The advisor introduced her to a structured equity-building program offered by an established housing developer, which provided a clear two-phase path to homeownership. Phase 1, equity building period, typically 1 to 2 years. Participants make regular contributions to a dedicated savings account. These contributions build toward the minimum 3 to 5% equity requirement. Credit improvement strategies and financial counseling are provided. Participants remain in their current housing during this phase. Phase 2 was the rent-to-own period, usually 2 to 3 years. Once minimum equity was established, participants could identify and move into their future home. Monthly payments included rent plus additional equity-building components, and the purchase option was exercised once equity and credit requirements were met. Legitimate rent-to-own programs do not eliminate the need for equity, the advisor explained. They create a structured path to building it. The advantage is professional guidance and a clear framework, instead of trying to save alone while home prices keep moving. For Melissa, that honest assessment was encouraging. Rather than chasing unrealistic zero-down promises, she enrolled in a credible program with automated biweekly savings aligned to her paycheck, debt-to-income counseling, credit monitoring, mortgage education, and predetermined purchase terms that helped protect her from market fluctuations. Over 16 months, Melissa accumulated just over 4% for her future down payment, qualifying for the second phase. She selected a one-bedroom condo in North York near her hospital, with a purchase option price set at current market value plus a predetermined appreciation percentage. For her, the value was not a magical zero-down solution. It was accountability, guidance, and protection from further market increases. Consistent savings inside a structured program worked better than her previous attempts on her own. Unlike misleading zero-down claims, the legitimate program required real equity commitment, while giving first-time buyers the structure many need to overcome savings challenges. Investor partners received reasonable returns through appreciation and program fees without unrealistic promises. For Toronto residents considering rent-to-own, Melissa's experience shows the key distinction: avoid marketing that claims down payments disappear, and look for credible programs that require equity participation while making that equity more manageable and predictable.